Hey everyone, welcome to lesson 3.2. Here's your objective. I will be able to estimate products using rounding. Alright, that sounds like a mouthful. We're going to have to estimate products using rounding. So we have three vocabulary words to talk about real quick. Okay, so what does estimate mean? Well, making a very good educated guess. Alright, so if I had like 14 plus 19, I might make a good guess. I might call that like 15 and 20. I might think of that, and 15 plus 20 equals 35. All right. A bad estimate would be maybe let's make that 10, and let's make that 30 and 40. 10 plus 30 equals 40. That's not a good estimate. So an estimate is making a very good educated guess. How do we do that? We do that by rounding. We make a number simpler, but keeping it close to its value. All right, so if I'm going to round the number 14 and 1/10, I'm probably going to round, if I'm going to round it to the nearest whole number, it's going to be 14. All right, I'm not going to round that to 10 if I'm going to go nearest whole number. All right, so I make it simpler, but keep it close to its value. And what is a product? Well, a product is when you multiply two or more numbers. So if we go back to our objective, we're going to estimate products, meaning we're going to take good guesses at multiplication problems by using our rounding skills. All right, let's jump right in. Let's just practice some rounding right now. Round to nearest whole number. Okay, the nearest whole number is anything to the left side of the decimal. Anything to the right side of the decimal, those are your tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. All right, those are below 1, so they're not whole numbers. So to the left of the decimal is the nearest whole number. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is look at my tenths. Now, you should remember from 5th grade or 4th grade, even in 3rd grade possibly, maybe 2nd grade, anything that is 5 or above rounds the next number to the left higher. Anything that's 4, 3, 2, 1, or 0 will keep the number to the left of it the same. Okay? So I could look all the way over here and round that 2 up. Well, that 2 would not round that up. That 4 would not round that 7 up. But I'm rounding to the nearest whole number, so I'm just going to look at the tenths right now. And that 7 is above 5. It's 5 or above. It's 7. So when I round this number to the nearest whole number, it's going to just simply be 57. Okay? Because that rounded that number up. And I don't need my decimal point here, although I could put that, but I don't need to. All right, now if I'm going to round this number to the nearest tenth, where's my tenth? Well, there's my tenth, okay? I look at this 4. Is that 4, 5, or above? It is not. So this 7 will stay the same. Okay, so this rounded would be 56 and 7 tenths, because this one I had to round to the nearest tenth. This number I was asked to round to the nearest whole number. Okay? So let's estimate this product. I have 8 and 7 tenths times 2 and 8 tenths. I'm going to rewrite this as, well, let's see. This 7, I'm rounding this to the nearest whole number, by the way. This 7 is going to make that 8 become a little bit higher, because 8 and 7 tenths is much closer to 9 than it is to 8. So I'm going to have 9 times, now you tell me, think about it right now, is that above 5? Think about it. 5 or above, yeah. It is. So what is this 2 going to round up to? 3, good job. And 9 times 3 equals 27. You guys are so smart. Alright, so of course the real answer would not be 27. It'd be a little bit higher, or a little bit lower actually, because these two numbers are higher than those two numbers. So my actual answer would be probably 26 point something. But this is a really good estimate because of my rounding. One thing I want to point out, because you'll see this in your books, this is not an equal sign, it is an about sign. About, alright? So if you see like a squiggle equal sign, it means about. That means to estimate or round. And let's do it. And let's make it vertical, of course. I'm going to round these to the nearest whole number. Okay, so this 6 is above 5, 5 or above, so that number will be 43. That 2 is below 5, so that 7 will stay the same. So that'll just be 37. So now I have some work to do, but nothing that I can't handle, I hope. I do teach 6th grade math. I hope I can handle this type of problem. 7 times 3 equals 21. 7 times 4 equals 28 plus my 2, which equals 30. Now, this really is not a 3. It's really a 30, so I have to place a 0 there because that's 30. But now I could treat it as a 3. 3 times 3 equals 9. 3 times 4 equals 12. I add these up. I have 1, 9, 5, 1. Sorry, there's a comma there. So it's 1,591. So I'm going to place that right in my answer spot. So 42 and 6/10 times 37 and 2/10 is approximately, or about, 1,591. Is that the exact answer? No, but it's going to be pretty darn close. Alright, so now you guys have 3 problems to do for me. Alright, and notice that they all are in horizontal form. Please turn them to vertical form, okay, and round it. I will start the first one for you. Alright, so if I'm going to make this 8 is 5 or above, so that's going to make that 5 become a 6. So I'm going to have 6 times 4. Now this one you really didn't have to turn vertical. You could do this mentally and get the answer. I'm not going to give you the answer right now, but let's get used to turning it vertically. These ones definitely turn vertically, please. And yeah, do those 3 problems, bring them in, do a good job, and we'll see you soon.